Organizers of one of Grenada's most culturally rich and festive traditions are on a mission to preserve its legacy. With just months to go before the 2025 Carriacou Parang Festival, the organizing committee has set an ambitious fundraising target of $300,000 to ensure the successful staging of this year's event. Since 1977, the Carriacou Parang Festival has brought the island to life every December with colorful bands, vibrant rhythms, and lyrical storytelling that recaps and lows of the year in a unique Grenadian way. But as the cost of production rises, so too does the need for funding, prompting organizers to launch a fundraising drive aimed at securing $300,000 ahead of the 2025 festival. GBN was on Carriacou last weekend and heard from Angus Modeste, the chairman of the Carriacou Parang Festival.
To run a festival like that, minimum it would cost $300,000, and that's putting it on a mild scale because there are a lot of logistics to put in place, simple as it is. We have instruments for the band, getting people to play, set up transportation. So it really costs a lot. But we didn't have the festival last year because of all the challenges, so we thought that was enough time to regroup and come again, We're nowhere close, but we're optimistic. We're still hopeful that people come on board. That's why we're trying to market as much as possible, reach out to as much people as possible, hope that they will come on board and see it for the positive that it is. Parang, like I say, is the opening of the Christmas season, and Carriacou is a small community where everyone is close. So what we do around Christmas time in Carriacou is you go to house to house to house to house, right? And Parang we know the kind of struggle that we've been having in the last year or so, and we hope that the Parang bring back that community vibes, community spirit.
At the heart of the festival is the music, a two-part performance tradition where bands first perform a test piece made up of traditional Christmas carols, followed by the crowd favorite, Mele Parang, where the year's biggest social events are retold through song, often with sharp wit and local humor. Changing social attitudes and generational shifts have begun to challenge the preservation of the art form. Some younger audiences have moved away from the traditional elements, raising concerns about the festival's future relevance.
Name calling is something that you cannot get rid of in its entirety. So what we encourage the band to do is lessen the effect of the name calling. You could describe someone without necessarily calling the name. You couldn't. And then, you see, it's even more fun when the bands can sing about someone and describe it, and then the public have to guess it. It makes them want to be more inclined to listen to the details, because all this is part of creativity at the band, and that's what we're judging for, and this is what we want you to bring out your creativity, By just calling someone's name, you lack that creativity and you lose points, because remember, at the end of the day, it's a competition. So we ask them to tap into their creativity and find out a way to be inventive and make the festival more fun.
Training.
So, for the last couple of years, we have a cultural secretariat, and we've asked them to assist the band in that area. Work with them in the writing, the creativity, even the playing of the instrument instead of the same melody every year. To be creative, do it in different style, make it more interesting.
Despite the hurdles, organizers remain optimistic. They say the Parang Festival is more than just entertainment. It's a celebration of identity, resilience, and the enduring spirit of Christmas in Carriacou. The 2025 edition is set to take place from December 19th to the 21st, with several pre-events and fundraising activities expected in the coming weeks. With community support and national pride at its core, the Carriacou Parang Festival continues to sing the story of Grenada, one verse, one laugh, and one rhythm at a time. Christina John, GBN News.